Hello, good morning from New Orleans. Today is our very final day. Travis and the family just departed for the airport, so myself and Dennis and Mom and Dad are going to enjoy a day in New Orleans before heading to the airport ourselves a little bit later on in the afternoon. So Dennis and I played Lorcana, and I finally won! I took out some cards that Dennis told me to take out, so I'm going to give him the credit for that. But
yeah, technically I beat myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So we're loading up the car now, and Dennis beat me. So you did it, but at least I beat you once!
At least I beat you last.
Oh wait, couldn't even hear that. I had the mic facing that way the whole time.
Good. As it should.
So Dennis and I had a terrible realization. I had 5 flounders in my deck. So my entire victory was
Nullified.
it was, yeah, null and void, because you can only have 4 of one type of card in your deck, and I had 5 flounders. But
5 pieces of Lord Zodia.
Yeah, this is Exodia. So we are all packed up outside, and I wanted to do one last walkthrough of our Airbnb. Whew, I'm out of breath because I ran up the stairs, but this was the room myself and Dennis stayed in, which was pretty cozy and comfortable. And then right next to it was this room where Christine's parents stayed. Get another really nice view out onto the street. It would have been cool if the parade went down this street. That would have been awesome. And this is the main bedroom where Travis and Christine and the kids stayed, and they watched Bluey. Also, my parents, they were babysitters for the kids while myself and Travis and Christine and Dennis went to the basketball game. And then her parents had some dinner. So we are doing a final walkthrough of the house. This is the living room downstairs where we spend a majority of our time. There's the pool room. Dennis is going outside in the back to see what that looks like. What do you think?
Nice. A lot of picnic tables, a little courtyard space. Would have been really nice in like the summer or the spring.
Definitely. But I think we are heading out, right? We did the full checkout checklist, and I think we are all done. This was a fantastic stay in New Orleans, so this Airbnb. And we need to go outside because Dad is waiting downstairs with the car, and we already loaded up all of this stuff. Okay.
It's a dramatic shot right now.
Pretty dramatic, but it is 11 o'clock, so we are heading
to Café Du Monde.
Du Monde. Oh. And we've officially checked out our Airbnb, and now we are walking down here to get into the car to drive somewhere. We have to occupy our time until our flights. So we have parked at a spot over by the Mississippi River, and we are heading over to Café Du Monde. This is cool. There's a lock gate here, and then a steamboat, or a riverboat. We're crossing the street trolley tracks and heading over to... What road is this, Dennis?
But it's what?
What road is Café Du Monde?
Café Du Monde is over there.
I know, but what road is this?
Peters Street.
Right, that's in front of Jackson Square. So that's Jackson Square. There's the, I believe, the St. Louis Cathedral. Right, Dennis?
Yeah.
The St. Louis Cathedral?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then that's Café Du Monde. There's art being sold. There's a horse-drawn carriage. And Café Du Monde has a pretty long line already. So we are getting in line all the way back here. We just barely missed it the other night. We had to rectify the situation. So there's a pickup window over there, but we are waiting to be sat at a table because it's cold. It'd be cool to get a seat somewhere in here. There is an indoor section of the restaurant. We just got sat at our table and put in our order. This is Café Du Monde, the original French market coffee stand, serving café au lait and hot beignets, French donuts, 24 hours a day, year-round. Apparently not anymore. This familiar New Orleans landmark has been located in the French market since the early 1860s. This is what the inside of Café Du Monde looks like. We are sitting at the table way over here. Yay! That looks delicious.
That is so big and fresh beignet for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. The Café au lait. Yeah! So these are all the beignets that we got. We got several very heavily sugar powdered beignets, and one to go over here. You got the sugar on the side, it looks like.
No, she gave me one. Oh, maybe so.
Yeah. And she gave an extra beignet. This is the menu. And then this is Café au lait, which is coffee and chicory served with hot milk.
Yep.
Did I pronounce that right? Maybe?
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know what chicory is. You know what chicory is?
Yeah. And then there's the interior of Café Du Monde. We're gonna have a beignet. Dennis, get in here. Get in here, Dennis. Dennis!
How am I gonna do that?
Grab a beignet, take a bite. Woo! Oh man, sugar everywhere. Sounds good. So we are all done at Café Du Monde across the street. Now we are walking along Jackson Square. So that is Café Du Monde way over there, and we decided to walk into Jackson Square. And there's the St. Louis Cathedral. This is the monument to Andrew Jackson. The Union must and shall be preserved.
Want me to give you a fun Andrew Jackson fact?
Oh no.
So Andrew Jackson commanded the Battle of New Orleans, which was like the biggest victory for the U.S. in the War of 1812. But he fought the battle after the treaty was signed, ending the war. Now, people thought back in the day it's because news hadn't traveled yet and they didn't know the war was over. But we actually know now that he did know the war was over, and he fought the battle anyway because he felt like he could win it.
Of course he would.
And he thought he would get great personal renown for doing so. And he was right, because he became president.
This is also where the Louisiana Purchase was, I don't know, was it just agreed upon?
I guess signed.
So we are now on the other side of Jackson Square. Again, just sort of walking around. We parked way up here, so we're going to loop back around here in a little bit. We parked there for about 2 hours. Dennis and I need to go to the airport in about 2 hours, I think. So I don't know if we're going to be having lunch together, or maybe that counts as lunch. I don't know. I do know that Dennis wants to get, or maybe Mom actually wants to get a king cake before we leave. A Louisiana, New Orleans king cake. There's some Lucky Dogs over there. This is the French Quarter. This is pretty classic and iconic New Orleans here. Get some gumbo over here. Some Creole cuisine. Look at these balconies decorated and adorned for Mardi Gras. There's a band playing over here on this corner. This market over here to maybe look for some king cakes. That is incredible. How cool is that, right? They definitely have king cake, that's for sure. A lot of them. Then they have some Beignets here from Café Du Monde. Oh yeah. We're outside of the grocery store now. We're heading down this street. This is such a beautiful balcony. Isn't that just incredible? This is behind the St. Louis Cathedral. Back over here. So much art. So way down there, that was where the jazz band was. That's the most bass I've ever heard in my entire life. And yeah, we're continuing down the street. We do need to get back to the car though. The architecture of New Orleans is just so phenomenal. Isn't this cool, Dennis? Horsey! Oh, nice. This really does make me excited just for a potential New Orleans to maybe come to Magic Kingdom at some point. It makes me really excited for Tiana's Bayou adventure, definitely. All right, so we made it back to Decatur Streets. Café Du Monde is all the way down there, and Jackson Square. This is where we were the other night. This is the Market Cafe here. This is really cool. Then I stopped inside this store because I was looking for a fun Mardi Gras outfit, which there are a lot of, but they're a little bit expensive. This is interesting. The Café Du Monde logo store. They have so many different things here. This is another store. But, oh man, I want to bring all this back with me. So this is Café Du Monde. Right here, this is the indoor portion. This is outside. There's no line now, of course, but it was still cool to wait in line for Café Du Monde. There's Café Du Monde, and then Jackson Square, and we are heading back to the car. Look at all of these carriages. We still have about an hour to kill before heading to the airport, so we'll see what we do. There's a trumpet over here playing, and the Saints go marching in. There's music everywhere. On there goes the boat, the ferry boat. Isn't that pretty cool? God, I would love to do that at some point.
I thought it was pulling out.
So where are we, Dennis? Okay, well, I thought you were gonna narrate.
I googled king cake, and this came up.
Okay.
And hub means like the center.
I'm aware of that.
This must be like the center of all king cake.
Okay.
I'll find out.
We drove past the Superdome and
The place
the
I
Smoothie
wanted to
King.
go is closed on Sundays, so
Oh, bummer.
a lot of places were.
Yeah, we just went by the place where we watched basketball the other night. So they have a ton of different varieties of king cakes in here. I'm partial to this one. King cakes by Brennan's.
We all are.
We all are.
All big fans.
There's so many different king cakes here. We can't take any back on the plane. Yeah, so I have ooey gooey king cakes and macaroon king cakes and hot chocolate bomb king cakes. They have books and beads and other merchandise here. And I think I'm going to get this for Brennan's mom. So the weekend that I'm here with my family celebrating Travis's birthday, Brennan celebrated with her parents for her mom's birthday. So we sort of divided and conquered our family obligations. So I think I'm going to get this for Brennan's mom because it's adorable. And yeah, they're New Orleans people. They also have beer. Look at all these beers.
You want some lit AF?
Of course. So this is what Mom got here. She got a king cake, and then Dennis got a little king cake. I also got a little king cake, and then this ooey gooey, and then I did get this book, which is technically a kid's book, but I still think and hope that Brennan's mom likes it. So this is the Audubon Zoo over here. We're back in the Audubon Park, and we're just sort of driving around.
And I'll make a left here. And now there should be kind of just like a one-way road.
This is the mighty Mississippi, boys.
This is the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Way over there was the zoo, the elephant exhibit. It's really pretty. Bumpy.
Like it's gonna
Pathway
dead
over
end
here.
down here or something.
So this
No, it
loops
just
around
loops.
the park, yeah.
It loops around the whole park. See, because this Riverwalk goes all the way around, I think.
And there's like volleyball and baseball
mountains
fields.
here.
This is more
You
of
know,
the zoo
have
over
a
here.
Riverwalk area where people can enjoy the
And then more
bay.
fields. So we passed by the zoo again, and there's like a stable
Things are huge.
over here.
They have lessons.
All right, so we made our lap around the zoo, at least the Audubon Zoo. Now we're heading to the airport, right, Dennis?
Yay! Oh, hi.
Yeah, hop in the right lane, honey. You can. Because that's the curb. That's where you most likely drop people off.
I've never been to the airport before.
It's probably pretty nice.
So we've just been dropped off at the airport, and we are heading inside. Dennis and I are going to head through security down there, and then hopefully get some food before we both catch our flight. Mine is a little bit earlier than his. So we've made it through security. Hi, Dennis. That's where I spent the majority of my time hanging out last time, and we're heading over here. So Dennis's flight is much later than mine, but I think we're heading all the way down to where my gate is to see if we can try to find something to eat down there. Also, Dennis wants to watch a football game. So this is the Holsey Market. This is where I wanted to eat at when I first got here because my gate was over here, but all I could have were the cold options. But I think we can get something else, and Dennis can watch his football game. Dennis was sad because he never got a shrimp po' boy, and you can totally get it right now, Dennis. You can get your NOLA po' boy, your Nolan's po' boy. So that's my gate way over there, and this is what we got. Dennis got the red beans and rice with sausage and cornbread, and then I got the Creole jambalaya with some cornbread and sausage, and I did want the crawfish etouffee, but they did not have it, unfortunately. Also, Mom and Dad went to Raising Cane's on their way out of town. So lunch was delicious, and now we're actually heading around the corner to go to a gift shop. So I decided to come back to Flirty Girl to maybe get some souvenirs. So they have a lot of fun shirts. I decided to get this one, which has a bunch of Mardi Gras beads on it. And I'm trying to reconsider the gift that I got for Brennan's mom because it's a kid's book, and it's actually right over here. So what I might do, I was thinking about getting this book over here, maybe this like glass with this map of New Orleans on it, but also maybe New Orleans cutting board up here that I also really liked a lot. So my flight was delayed by just a little bit, and Dennis is happy because his flight is much later than mine. So I did end up getting the cutting board here. This is a New Orleans, I think, glass cutting board, and it did have what do you call it, like bubble wrap on it. And then this is the shirt that I got, this Mardi Gras beach shirt. All right, I'm boarding my flight right now, and Dennis, you're hanging out for another few hours, right?
I don't even think I know where my gate is yet.
All right, time for the hour-and-a-half flight back home to Orlando. So we should be taxiing back in just a minute, and I realized I totally should have used my Louisiana money to pay for my souvenirs. This will not be good in Florida. All right, I just got off of the plane, and I made it to Orlando. It is like really busy right now, and it's getting very late. I'm always tempted to get Burger King, but not tonight. I am ready to get home. All right, I made it off of the automated people mover, and I am heading to, I guess, take the shuttle back to the wherever I parked, the North Park Economy parking lot. So I need to take the shuttle, which means I'm going down to Terminal A, ground transportation level 1. So some irony is that my plane was over an hour delayed leaving, and Dennis apparently misread his departure time, so he departed, I think, earlier than I did, and he made it back to Atlanta before I made it back to Orlando. But heading down to, actually outside Oh, North Park Place, this is it. This is me right here for North Park Place.
There's Lait right here.
So there goes my shuttle. They just dropped me off. I have made it back to the parking lot and I am heading home. But thank you for going with me to New Orleans to celebrate my brother Travis's 34th birthday with his entire family and with my brother Dennis and my parents. We had such a good time getting to do a lot around New Orleans, going to museums and eating a lot of incredible food and seeing a Mardi Gras parade and sitting courtside at a NBA game. That was really cool. And it was a fantastic time. I'm excited to get back home to Brennan to give her all of the fun stuff that I got and to hear how her mom's birthday went and to give her her present and then to mail Margot and Isaac their presents. It was such a fun weekend, but I work very early tomorrow, so I'm heading home. Thanks for watching. Oh, and everybody else made it back home. Dennis made it back home. My parents drove back home. Travis and Christine and her parents and the kids, they made it back to North Carolina by the time that we even left the Airbnb this morning. So everyone's back home, and now finally I'm going home. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.